our food affecting our minds. So at some point, is it? I know there's a misconception about therapy. Being a therapist, how do you switch? How are you able to speak to people, knowing that we all think, well, in Nigeria where we're from, we think, quote unquote, seeing a therapist means that you have a problem and you shouldn't be seeing a therapist, or it's something you have to hide, it's a secret thing. So how do you help around that? How do you help us with that?
It in two layers. So the first thing is definitely what she said. What you eat affects your mood. So if you can eat something and you were completely fine, and then you eat it and then you're sad, like that is actually science. It happens. So you really want to pay attention to. If I have clients that are dealing with depression or severe cases of sadness, I'm watching what they're eating, because it actually affects them. But when it comes to people not taking therapy and not seeing therapy as something that's important, I mean, I'm hoping that it's going to continue to change. But in the last 2 years, you can see everybody is almost talking about, oh, my mental health, my mental health, my mental health, because they're now coming to the realization that without mental health, you have no health. Your mental health, your mind is the foundation of your life. If you are not feeling optimum within yourself, you cannot go to work. You cannot do what you enjoy doing. And if you can still do it, you can't do it optimally. So the first question I like to ask people, and especially since we're talking to women, I like to ask them, what do you think you deserve? When it comes to your mental health. What do you think that you deserve? Do you think that you deserve to have a sound mind? Do you think that you deserve to have a life without toxic friendships or toxic relationships? Do you think that you deserve to be in a healthy romantic relationship? And because a lot of people weren't taught, so I like to use the word neural pathways. So neural pathways is what's in your brain that sends information back to you, right? And a lot of people do not have a blueprint for a holistic life. They have a blueprint for a toxic life. They have a blueprint for, a lot of people don't even know how to be at peace, because they're so accustomed to drama that when they are at peace, they actually think they're bored. So you have to rewire your mind that this is called being at peace, and this is good for me. Nothing is wrong with me right now because I'm not fighting with a girlfriend. I'm not fighting with a man. I am not fighting at my career. I'm not wanting to beat anybody or be in anybody's lane. This is called peace. So a lot of people have to be trained to re-understand what peace is, because sometimes people were raised in hustle culture. And that's where one of the biggest things that we do in therapy, it's a reparenting. A lot of people were parented to survive. Their mother and their father taught them neurologically, subconsciously to survive. So they're never at peace. They're always looking for trouble. They self-sabotage every opportunity that comes their way. They have no idea how to love because they've been rejected by their parents their whole life, or rejected by peers. So basically they are existing, but they're not really living. So they don't know what it feels like to be. So one of the first things I do when I get, a new client, because, I run a private practice, I tell them we're going to journey to you. We're not journeying, outside. I'm going to use Chiamaka's name because I actually know her right now. But I'm going to say, for example, hey, if it was Chiamaka was a client, for example, I would say, hey, let's start a journey to yourself. Who are you? If I remove your title, if I remove who your parents are, if I remove what you do, who can you tell me that you are? So it's very important to teach women what they deserve and to teach them what it means to have a holistic blueprint for being. A lot of people really do not have one. And it's okay to go and get one. And it's okay for other people to understand that you're going to get one, because some people have to catch up to the fact that you want to take care of yourself. Yeah. So that's what it is. It doesn't mean you have a problem. Sometimes it just means that you're changing your life for the better.
Yeah, thank you so much. So with what you've said, let's go to the dance, our dance guru. So how powerful is dance to your well-being? Are there particular steps? Are there things that you do that can relate to the well-being aside is being like a fitness?
So I have a particular class I teach. It's a body confidence class. It's the heels dance class. Contrary to what people think, it's actually not about being sexy. because it's a heels dance class. So I do expect you to be a little bit more sensual than you normally would. But what I've found over the years that class does is really boost the confidence of women inwards. Some people can't even walk in heels because they've told themselves, or they've been told, that they look ridiculous, or they believe that they'll take a step in heels and they'll fall. Now, all those things, you have to tie to everything around you. It's not just about the heels. It's about, how do you feel when you walk into a room? Do you feel you don't belong? Or do you feel like you need to look down because you don't feel confident in yourself? So it's dance, it's fun, it's playful, but it plays a huge role in what you think about yourself and how you project yourself to people. So it's not about, oh, I want to be sexy or dance sexy. It's about really literally standing tall in your heels, posture corrected, and moving. Yes, we have fun. Yes, we twist and wind, but that's really the idea behind that class. It's for you to be able to say, okay, Bumi, you know what? I'm a bad bee.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You're confident. You walk into any room, your shoulders are up. You know, like, you just feel good about yourself because everything is here. If you think that you are unsexy or you think that you are unattractive, it will show. Even if physically you're pretty, but it will show because that's the energy and the aura around you. So all those things, everything is really with the mind. It's really about what you put out there because it starts from you. Whatever you project.
So with what you've said, I'll go to Chiamaka and I'll ask you, are there particular foods, supplements we need to take that can give us energy to be able to dance, for instance, and stay longer, you know?
Okay, so I'll just give you an example. So we have something called a lifestyle transitioning program, which we do. It's usually a 3-month program, okay? So with this program, what we do is that we just sort of reset your mind and reset your body, right? Now, a lot of people do not take a lot of water, so they're constantly dehydrated. So you should take at least 3 liters of water daily. I mean, 2 to 3 liters. People do not take water, so we just pretty much put you on an alkaline water plan. We put you on a healthy lifestyle plan. So we pretty much take up all the unhealthy meals you've been eating. So a lot of people are, constantly taking the soda, the white flour, all those things that are harming our bodies. And as we all know, since we're talking about, this is a richer women, right, program. So for you to be a richer woman, right, there's a lot of reproductive issues that, women face. And just like the last panelist talked about, there are things like endometriosis, there are things like fibroids, So all of those health issues that these women face can actually be prevented and properly managed just by having a lifestyle plan, okay? Like exercising. I mean, we have a dance. I mean, and people think exercise is all about,
going to the gym,
but you can dance to exercise, right? However, just having things like supplements, healthy food. And when people say supplements, people think that, it has to be medicine, it has to be in tablet form. This is a supplement. It's called CMOS. So CMOS contains 92 minerals.
Wow.
And if I add 2 extra herbs here, it gives us 102 minerals. That's the minerals in the whole world, right? So imagine taking this every single day, 2 spoons, and you realize that you're getting your daily recommended minerals for the day. Do you understand? I mean, just eating the right food, because the food we eat is what heals our body. Okay, so once you're able to make sure that you're consistently eating the right food, drinking alkaline water, and just, add the mental health that Queen talked about, infusing all of this together, you realize that people start to heal. Someone who thought she was sick, chronic illness, you see that the disease starts to reverse itself because you're now eating things that are nourishing your system. You've taken away all the unhealthy junk fast food, and you realize that in life a lot of us are overfed, but we are undernourished.
Say that again, please.
We are overfed, but we are undernourished.
So we just keep eating.
And
but
you're not eating the right food, you're not absorbing the right nutrients, so it's almost like you're going back to square one. So it's important to know the exact foods that are good for us. I mean, things like...
Can you tell us a few of this?
Yeah, so things like potato is actually good. And, things like grains, like there's something called burger wheat. There's quinoa. You could turn it into a salad. There are, millets, guinea corn. They're all healthy. They're proteinous. They have lots of nutrients. Something called acha. Fonio. A lot of people don't know about this food. They just think it's just about rice and swallow. And even when it comes to swallow, even when even when it comes to swallow, we have healthy swallow, we have healthy, like oatmeal, and even the acha. Acha is also a form of swallow. It's very nutritious. So if we are able to consistently load our bodies with this really nutritious food, we can have the ability to reverse whatever that is already started in our bodies. Now we have genetics, right? I mean, some people's genetics, there's something in it. But if you know that, in my genetics, there's ulcer, there's cancer, you can actually eat the right food to prevent it. Just take juices, fresh fruits and vegetables, and when you do all of that mixture together, you realize that you're going to bounce back a whole lot better.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you for empowering our minds and letting us know that our minds are such a powerful tool for everything that we do and our general well-being. Thank you so much, my amazing, beautiful guests here, Bumi. Thank you so much for teaching us that we can dance and be fit and be beautiful while doing it in heels. And thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much, Chiamaka, for teaching us that food indeed really, truly is something that we need to look into and do right.
Yes.
And we've come to the end of to my session, the Fit Millionaire. Let's try and, imbibe everything that we've said today. Think about your mind, think about your health, think about exercise, incorporate these little exercises, these little things, little tips. You don't have to go overboard to the gym. You can walk, you can dance, you can eat healthy, you can eat carrots, you can see a therapist if you need to see one. My name is Kasiana Ayebe, and thank you so much for joining this session.